Dave Ping 243.
Hello guys, this is me, Dave Ping 243, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Colosseum. Last time, we fought Venus in a fight, and we managed to snag her Shadow, Suicune. So yeah, we managed to beat her. Now, quickly I do want to pursue Venus, but first I have to show off a couple things. First off, let's look at my party. Why the hell is Suicune in my party? Well, if you look really quick, Quagsire is no longer in the party. Yes, guys, I am using Suicune on my team. Suicune is the last team member of, well, my team. Remember what I said that Quagsire was just a temporary party member? Well, this is the reason why. Like, Suicune just does a better job at, like, everything compared to Quagsire. I know that Quagsire has the useful electric immunity, but that's not enough to justify its use. Its offenses just don't, its offenses just don't work for me. Like, it's too passive even for a wall, and Suicune just does things better when it comes to walling. So yeah, so you're probably wondering, how the heck am I going to be using this thing if its heart gauge is so massive? Well, remember the time flute that, Vander gave us? So, really quick, I want to show you guys how to quickly exit the Under, and basically so that you don't have to go through, the elevator Pyrite building ever again. So, we go to this little area right here, and if we go any further, it takes us to the world map, and now we have the Under available to us as a legit location. So that means that, we don't have to enter through the Under by going into Pyrite Town anymore. We can just go straight through the Under. But anyway, we want to go to Agate Village. Because, it's the one place that we can use the Time Flute on. Okay, why are you... What the hell is this? Okay, game, if you're going to make me use Suicune, like, apparently you want me to do it the old-fashioned way. Like, apparently that NPC is not going to give me the cologne massage, but it's going to allow me to buy, cologne scents from the shop in, Agate Village. Basically, it's like converting money into lowering heart gauges for Shadow Pokémon. And, yeah, unfortunately I have to do it the old-fashioned way, so it's going to take a while before we can use Suicune, like, actually. So, let's just return to the Under and pursue Venus. I don't want to drag this on for any longer than it has to. So, let's go back on the UFO, go down here, and then, use the R disc. Yes, use the son of a bitch. and then we go right. Okay, apparently the game has to wait for Rui to walk onto the UFO, and she got caught up in the stairs while I was going up them. That's a bit annoying, especially for those who want to speedrun this game. Anyway, let's pursue Venus. Get back here, you bitch! With your wilding ass animation. Like, seriously, what is up with that? So, it's locked from the side. Unlock the door? Yes. Because why the hell not? Now, there isn't anything in this small room, but there is in this other room where an NPC lies. Probably never, given the state of the situation right about now. So let's go through here, and Venus is going to continue running, and she's going to go into the elevator, meaning that we can't directly pursue her now. So that means we have to go through the other side, which is a long way, and there are trainers here. And wouldn't you believe it, all these trainers have a Shadow Pokémon, I do believe. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun time. I'll just double target that Teddy Ursa because it's more threatening of the two. Probably didn't need to, but you know, always nice to hit something on the switch. And Gligar, that's not something you normally see. And yeah, Gligar is a Shadow Pokemon. Also not correctly colored according to the anime. The anime depicts Gligar looking more pink, but here Gligar is purple. But anyway, Gligar is a ground flying type, so interesting type combination. But Gligar is one of those members of the club. Basically, this was before Gligar would get its evolution Gliscor in Generation 4. So here, it's just kind of like a mediocre Pokemon, so I don't really recommend Gligar. Gligar actually has some decent physical defense, so one Shadow Ball shouldn't really be that bad, even if I do crit. So there goes Jigglypuff, and I like his Fang animation where it just deflates. Okay, Shroomish. And Shadow Rush, okay. That kind of hurt. Wow, even the crit wouldn't have done anything, Jesus. Let's try Pain Split. It's a safe option. I mean, I doubt that Gligar has higher HP than me. But I can at least try. Let's see what the result is like. Okay, it actually does have higher HP than me. No way, I actually healed it. Crap! That was counterintuitive. I guess that means I could just chuck another Shadow Ball at its way, so that's not the end of the world. Yeah, Gligar is not the easiest thing to catch, but okay, Shroomish hid itself in confusion. But yeah, Gligar is not the easiest thing to catch in the world, and it'll show. Let's use an Ultra Ball. And yeah, I think that's good enough. Come on, Gligar. 1, 2, 3. Gligar, get! That was very easy. Gligar is not too good in Colosseum. Oh, if only it was able to evolve into Gliscor in this game. Anyway, being one of the members of what Big Clee calls the Club, Gligar is stuck as a somewhat mediocre Pokemon in this game. I mean, come on, it has fucking Poison Sting in its starting moveset. That doesn't bode well for our friend of a Flying Scorpion here. Its replacement move is Feint Attack, but it's not good for Gligar in this game. Sand Attack is fine enough if you want to lower your opponent's accuracy. And when the best thing you have within those starting moves is Slash, that really does not bode well for Gligar. And the only level up move I have listed here is Guillotine, which is something. Guillotine is a one-hit KO move, and those are really inaccurate. As for TMs, Gligar has a few options besides Earthquake, as you see right there, but most of them are standard outside of Sludge Bomb. Since Gligar can't learn any flying-type moves in this game, Sludge Bomb is the next best thing for taking out grass types. And as for its abilities, Sand Veil is more useful if we get the TM for Sandstorm. Hypercolor just prevents attack reductions from stuff like Intimidate, so yeah. Gligar has its own issues stemming from something other than its moves, stats, and lack of evolution. And that's its dual typing of ground flying. It's quad weak to ice moves, and that's not a good weakness to have in this game. Additionally, it's weak to water moves, which are also common here. Overall, you're mostly better off using Gligar in Generation 4 and onward. Over there, you have access to its evolution, as well as a better move pool for it. Like, wow, I did not expect to catch Gligar within one ball. That was... that was great. No? I mean, I don't want to be mean, like, you're just a trainer that doesn't know any better. You're not like Cypher. I really don't want to go back. That would just be a pain in the ass. Let's just use healing items. Oh, speaking of items, I should probably use my, steroids. Let's use a protein on Mr. Dread, because really, he's going to be the only, party member here who's going to be even using the physical attack stat for anything, so might as well. Iron, I'm going to give that to... I guess Narukami. Alright, special defense, that's going on to... I'll give it to Mr. Dread. Alright, Carbos for speed. Let's give it to Rosso. And, there you go. You see, Hyper Potion. There we go. Okay, yeah, we're perfectly fine. I was checking on Mischievous' health, just to be sure. So, going down this flight of stairs, and then we have a chaser. Does this game really want to ship West and Rui together? Like, seriously, what is up with that? It's like the closest thing that we have to an actual Poke ship in the games. So anyway, let's use Side Beam on Roselia and Shadow Ball on Curlia. I think this is a perfect time to have Espeon and Mischievous out for this. Oh yeah, I probably could have nicknamed Umbreon and Espeon back in Agate Village. I forgot to do that, damn it. Well, I'll remember to do it at some point. So, Stantler, you don't usually see one of those either. Yep, it's a Shadow Pokemon, and actually not a half bad one, I must say so myself. Like, it has Hypnosis in addition to Intimidate. Its stats are actually pretty decent for this game. So yeah, combine that with Intimidate and Hypnosis, that's actually pretty good for this game. Let's Side Beam the Gloom, and how about we Side Beam the Stantler as well? Since we can't hit it with Shadow Ball because it's a normal type. So, Mr. Dread getting up to level 40, I very much like that. And Stantler has pretty good special defense, so it's going to be living through special hits decently well. Wow, okay, same type of attack mode as Takedown is brutal. Actually, that means that Stantler has 2 attacks that can do recoil damage to itself. Okay, that's worrisome. Reflect. And Psybeam. Okay, that's probably good enough. Shower Rush. Oh god. Okay, let's send in Umbreon, because, you know, he's a tanky boy. Let's use Umbreon Sun to revive Espeon, not for the fight, just for later fights. And for Mr. Dread's turn, I'm going to use an Ultra Ball on Stantler. So I think Stantler has a catch rate of 45, if I'm not mistaken. So not the easiest thing to catch in the world. Yeah, I expected that. So, Shadow Rush. Oh god. Not Mr. Dread! Let's get to chucking balls. And, let's pass. And also, you may have noticed that both the Shadow Gligar and this thing are level 43. Yeah, once again, we have the level jumps coming into play. Oh, God. Okay, Umbreon used his turn to, heal up, Mr. Dread, and Mr. Dread's turn, I'll, chuck another Ultra Ball. And if need be, I will, use Pain Split if I have to. Not quite. Okay, it's getting dangerously close to KO range. Alright, come on, catch. 1, 2, 3. Stantler, get. Stantler is interesting as a normal type option in this game. You may not think it initially, but it's actually a pretty decent mixed attacker, all things considered. Additionally, Stantler starts off with Hypnosis, which can be handy for snagging other Shadow Pokémon. And Takedown is a pretty good stat considering that it hits decently hard. Although, I will admit, the replacement move for Stantler sucks ass. Astonish might get a flinch or two every now and then, and it technically is a move that can deal with ghost types, but at that point you might as well just get the TM for Shadow Ball. It's just way better. I only have one level up move listed here, which is Calm Mind. This is actually pretty good on Stantler, should you want to go mixed. As for TMs, Earthquake, Return, Psychic, as well as both of the screens are great moves for Stantler. Oh, and if you think Stantler is already shaping up to be a part of your team, then just hold up. We haven't even gotten to arguably the best thing about Stantler. Intimidate is always amazing in double battles. So overall, if you want a pretty decent attacker that can also provide pretty good support, Stantler might just be what you want. However, remember for later that we'll encounter another normal type that has the Intimidate ability. So if you're looking for something that Stantler doesn't have, then I suggest that you hold off on getting your normal type of choice until we do see it. Man, I should probably save after this. So yeah, let's go heal up and save. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that if you go up through these stairs, you'll end up back at the under Colosseum registration thing, so it's a bit of a nice shortcut if you don't want to bother with the UFO. But anyway, let's get back to the fighting. How's our team looking like? Let's switch Mr. Dread out for Umbreon. And how about we go and face the third trainer on this flight of stairs. But first, if I must, let's go through here. There are 2 item chests here. This one contains 2 timer balls. Yeah, timer balls are very useful. And this one contains 2 max potions. Hardly going to be ever using max potions, but you know what? If you get them for free, then they're free full health restoring items, so kind of neat. But anyway, let's face against the third trainer on these flights of stairs. So, Dunsparce and Octillery, eh? Well, we know that neither of these two could be a Shadow Pokemon because, we had both a Shadow Dunsparce and a Shadow Remoraid. Which, by the way, Octillery is the evolved form of Remoraid, so, if it weren't for the fact that that Shadow Remoraid was level 20, it probably could have been usable, and you know what? I could have had a decent water type in the form of Octillery, but no! That Remoraid had to be level 20 for some reason. So, I guess the Dunsparce is a bit more a threat to me because, it could probably use some sort of, like, physical move on Espeon, and I don't really want that. Okay, Dunsparce is at low health. Yeah, like Headbutt. Something that, Shadow Dunsparce will never have. Oh, there's Octazooka, Octillery's signature move. It's not so powerful, but it does lower accuracy, which is annoying. And yeah, you're gonna be missing. I think Octillery is a pretty cool water type. You can learn a whole bunch of different moves, like Psychic and Flamethrower. Like, something you wouldn't really expect a pure water type to have. And... okay. Okay, let's try to, get rid of this Octillery. And meanwhile, I'm going to heal up Espeon. Oh yeah, I did get a few items in the Under Mart. While I had cut away. The Hyper Potions were one thing, but I also got the TM for Protect as well as the TM for Fire Blast. So yeah, you can get those TMs at the Under Mart, and as well as a few others like Light Screen, Reflect, Safeguard. And man, this is not Espeon's day. Okay, here, how about Umbreon just go and take out Octillery? Jeez, and fully paralyzed now? This is definitely not Espeon's day. Okay, let's just get rid of this freaking Octillery, Jesus. Also, it has some really weird getting hit animation where, like, its eyes just kind of, like, get all seizure-like. It's like suffering from a seizure, and oh, Piloswine. Yes, it's a Shadow Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's yet another member of the club, where it wouldn't receive its evolution until Generation 4. So how about we bite the Piloswine since it is pretty slow, so I can maybe flinch it? It's using Dig. I don't like that. Piloswine is a physically based ice type. I don't know, like... It's slow and frail at the same time. Like... despite what you just saw there with Umbreon's bite, it actually is kind of frail. when it is hit with one of its weaknesses. Like, Ice Ground just has so many weaknesses, it's like, it's hard to like, justify using Piloswine. But thankfully in Generation 4, they gave it an evolution in the form of Mamoswine, and that was a much needed one. Sure, I'll bring out Suicune, just to lower its heart gauge a bit. And yeah, that barely moved. That should tell you guys how hard it is to try to purify Suicune the old-fashioned way. As well as Entei. So, oh. I guess that's kind of good for me because I want Suicune's heart gauge lowered down as quickly as possible. But still, like... Okay. So I'll call, and... I guess I'll try to throw a ball. This is the only thing I can really do. Because Umbreon is faster than Piloswine anyway, its attack is just going to miss. So... yeah. It's like Piloswine pops out of the ground for just a second, just so it can be... Wow, that was easy. Piloswine, get! Piloswine is another member of the club, and you know what that means. Piloswine is another mediocre Pokemon that didn't receive its evolution until Generation 4. Also, not having access to physical ice moves is bad as well. Ice is a special type in Colosseum, and Piloswine's special attack stat is much lower than its physical attack stat. I'm getting ahead of myself though. Piloswine actually isn't that bad in this game as an ice ground type. It's great offensively, but it's also terrible defensively as a dual typing. This Piloswine starts off with Dig and Blizzard, so those are a couple of nice moves right off the bat. But Older Sleuth is awful. And finally, Endure is potentially good, but predicting what the AI will do is quite a gamble, to say the least. Piloswine is also holding Soft Sand, which boosts the power of ground-type moves by 10%. This item is very good to give to anything that has Earthquake, so I suggest that you do that. For level-up moves, I only have one listed here, and it's a maybe. Amnesia can be good in the right scenario, but Piloswine is quite slow, so it may not even get the Amnesia boost in time. As for TMs, Earthquake and Return are great to use for Piloswine's higher physical attack stat, and Ice Beam is great if you don't like Blizzard's accuracy. Piloswine's ability is Oblivious, which prevents it from being attracted. Not particularly useful, just saying, but whatever. Overall, Piloswine might be a good addition to your team if you're looking for an Ice type, but keep in mind that it'll be a slow Glass Cannon. Glass Cannons that are slow tend to not to be very good, so it might not be the best idea for you to add this to your team. However, it'll be there should you still want it. Wow, I didn't even need to damage Piloswine that much. That was... that was something, I have to admit. Okay, moving on. I swear to God, this is like a regular occurrence on this Let's Play. Just having to go back and heal at the... Oh wow, 4 Ultra Balls. I will definitely take those. So, yeah, this is technically the last trainer, within the flights of stairs. So, yeah, there's 4 of them. And apparently, Venus hired a last-minute bodyguard to protect her, so... Yeah. Seviper and Corsola. Okay, weird, pairing, but I will not question that. So, let's use Psybeam on Seviper and, well, bite the Corsola. I think that only makes sense. Corsola is a really weird, Pokemon. It's like rock, water rock, and, until its Galarian form in Generation 8, it was basically kind of a bad kind of Pokemon. I don't know, it just always came across as just like, it's like just completionist fodder. Like, just something that you would want to collect for your Pokédex. That's all that it was good for. And it's just like, Corsola was just so bad for the longest time, and its Galarian form is actually kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, like, me personally, as of recording this, I have not touched Gen 8 myself. I've only watched other people play Sword and Shield. Anyway, this is another Shadow Pokemon, and yet another member of the club. Very unfortunate for our friend Sneasel here, because it's very bad in Generation 3. At least I think so. Because both of its types, Dark and Ice, are, well, special, and this is a physically based Pokemon. So, yeah, Sneasel is pretty bad in Generation 3. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Maybe I should use Reflect since Sneasel has Shell Rush, obviously, so let's do that, and let's continue to bite down on the Corsola. Oh god, Screech. Oh, this trainer is actually smart. Damn you. Oh yeah, I guess, Espeon got hit with a confusion move. I wasn't exactly paying attention, because I was so, fixated on the whole Corsola bit, as well as, introducing Sneasel as a Shadow Pokemon. Oh god, yeah. Also, I find it weird that Spike Cannon was never, like, made into, like, a Steel-type move. It's always been a normal move, which confused me as a kid. Like I always wonder, why is Spike Cannon a normal-type attack when it could be a Steel-type attack? Because looking at its animations in this game, and as well as XD, like, it looks like a Steel-type move, and it should be, considering the name, but it's not. I don't know why that is. But, yeah, this Sneasel is actually going to be really annoying to try to catch because, it hits hard on the physical side, and oh my god! I know it used Screech, but still, this is just not Espeon's day, I swear to god. Okay, Spike Cannon, are you going to use it on Espeon? Yes, you are. Okay, let's bring out Suicune. Just so I can lower its heart gauge. Alright, Call, and let's use Bite on Sneasel? I don't know. Like, oddly enough, I'm kind of being walled by the Sneasel, even though it's actually a frail Pokemon. Like, its defenses are pretty bad. Yeah, Sneasel's basically a fast physical attacker at its core, and oh, that's why Espeon was confused. I was wondering why, and Corsola has confused Ray. That's annoying. Okay, let's Shadow Rush the Corsola, and I'll use Umbreon's turn to throw a ball. So, I don't think Sneasel's that easy to catch either, so... let's hope. Not quite. Damn it. This thing is being really annoying with Screech and lowering my defense harshly. Okay, Surf, that's not too bad. I mean, considering you're pretty weak, and yeah, I have a water type, a bulky one at that. So, let's continue using Shadow Rush on Corsola, and I'll use another ball on Sneasel, hoping that it catches. So, let's go. 1. Well, that's unfortunate, and... Okay, ow, that's even doing a lot to Suicune. I really need to catch this thing soon. Okay, Corsola's down, so at least Suicune knocks something out, so that's at least experience for it in some way, shape, or form. Although, probably not much, given the fact that Umbreon gained so little experience. So, let's use a ball on Sneasel, and let's use a Hyper Potion on Suicune. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Sneasel, get. Sneasel is yet another member of the club, and it's very bad in Generation 3, since Ice and Dark are both special types. Also, Weavile is not in this game, so that just pours even more salt into the frost-covered, edgy wounds of this bad boy. And if that wasn't enough, this Sneasel's starting moves are also not very good. Outside of Icy Wind. Icy Wind is not really useful for the damage that it does, but rather, it's used to maintain speed control. That's why it's actually a good move in double battles. With Sneasel being really fast, you're just about guaranteed to get at least one in. And sadly, Shadow Rush is one of the best physical options that this ice type has. So you may want to hold off on purifying this one if you like Shadow Rush on it. I only have one level up move here, and that's Slash. Only because Sneasel really needs physical attacks to hit hard. For TM, Shadow Ball and Brick Break are the most recommended out of these. And as for abilities, it doesn't really matter here. Neither ability will really see much use because of how niche they are. The other major issue with Sneasel is that it's frail on the physical side. Fighting type moves will most certainly destroy it with ease because of its dual Dark Ice type. Overall, Sneasel is not a very good Pokemon to use in this game, and I suggest that you transfer it to a later generation where it could actually kick ass as a Weavile. But other than that, that's just about there is to it with Sneasel. Alright, that's all for the Shadow Pokemon that are part of the Flights of Stairs, as I like to call them. But okay, I remember there not being any fights coming up. I could be totally wrong on that. But let's put Suicune up in the front, and who needs experience the most? I'm guessing Narukami. Yeah. So yeah, Venus is going to go into that thing right there, and we get I guess if we go inside, things will happen. But anyway, it's just the key's missing. This can't be operated. We'll come back to this a little bit later. But if we exit out through here, so apparently Venus has the key for the Shadow Liner, which is this train-looking thing right here. So Venus is going to run away. So let's follow her, but what's this? Subway key! What a ditzy bitch! Like, did she not notice that she dropped the subway key? Anyway, though, we can operate this thing right here, so... subway key, here we fucking go! So yeah, there's actually a cool animation that plays when you, ride this train. And we hear some very, interesting music, so... You're probably wondering what the hell this place is, because it's definitely different from the Under. But for some reason it seems connected to the Under. What could this possibly be? Well, we see two Cypher Peons here. How about we go talk to them? She had a bit of a issue, let's just say. Oh shit, they recognize us! And something very, crazy is going to happen here. Basically, let's approach the door slowly. That was fucking metal, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, you even see, like, the door is just kind of, like, completely and utterly fucked. Like, look at this. This is just like... Oh, but you haven't seen the real damage. You want to see how this next room looks? Well, you're about to see how it looks. Yeah, there's a gigantic hole in the middle of this room. So this, they say that they'll never be able to chase... They say that we'll never be able to chase them. And one of the peons is going to go like, isn't that overdoing things a little? And yes, I think that's overdoing things so much so. That was very excessive. Like, blowing up a part of your base just to apparently get rid of pursuers. I mean, it's admirable, but it's ultimately going to be in vain because of this item right here. It's the main gate key. You'll find out what this does soon enough. But first, how about we get the heck out of here? Whatever this place is. Because we don't exactly know what this place is as of yet, so, the key's missing. How about we fucking use the subway key? So now we're back in the Under officially, and... Well, I'll see you guys at the world map, because we're pretty much done in the under. But what's cool about getting down here is that you can access the elevator anytime you want now, which is great. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, did you see that pop in? That was like, oh my god, dude. Anyway, I'll see you guys at the world map. Alrighty, and back at the world map, how about we go back to, the lab, which we now know is the Shadow Pokémon lab, thanks to information. Because, as it turns out, the Shadow Pokémon lab and, the Under are connected through via that subway. And there's a key slot here, meaning we can use the main gate key and get access to the lab. So yeah, before you couldn't enter into this little area, but now you can. And you can finally access this item right here. So, what is it? Well, technically multiple items. It's 2 full heals, which, that's not bad, but, you know, the reward could be a bit better. But there's another item chest, I was going to say within the perimeter of this place, but it's actually outside of the perimeter of this electric fence. So, how about we go see what that item chest contains? And it contains 3 revives. So yeah, that chest, in my personal opinion, is better than the other one. But that's just me. So how about we go through here? Because now we have the interesting but yet cool music once more. The card keys need to open the store, so that's a shame. How do we get this card key? Well, how about we go through here? The shutter is locked. Well, there's only one other option. Here's the shutter switch. Press it. Yes. And that's going to open up that shutter that we just observed. So now we can enter through there at least. This opens up a small part of the Shadow Pokémon lab. And over here there's a PC for which we could save, which I'll definitely do. Is there an item chest back here? Okay, yeah, there is. 3 PP ups. You definitely don't want to miss that item chest. It's hidden, but it reaps some good rewards. So, yeah, 3 PP ups. Anyway, right now I'm going to, go into my TMs, and yes, this proves that I did get the TM for Protect and Fire Blast. I'm going to teach Protect to, I think Rosso, because Rosso needs it the most. Smokescreen has been relatively useful so far, but I think its usefulness is going to subside soon enough, so goodbye Smokescreen. And I definitely want to teach Fire Blast to Rosso as well. Just because I don't want to solely rely on a 60 power fire type move. It's decent, but not like powerful. Sunny Day is kind of so. Plus, it will conflict with Suicune, so yeah, Fire Blast. And lastly, but not least, how about we use our PP ups on said Fire Blast to up its PP? So, does it take 3 PP ups to up Okay, yeah, it does. So for traditionally 5 PP moves, it takes 3 PP ups to get the move up to its maximum PP amount, which is 8. And I'm definitely going to be needing that, since we don't exactly have access to Flamethrower right now. So, it's not the most reliable move out there, but it does have decent accuracy for its power. So, at least there's that. So how about we go down here? And continue exploring this bit of the lab. And as you can see, there's a lone scientist there. Now, I don't think I want Suicune in for this fight. Sure, why not? Let's use Rosso. Let's show off Fire Blast. So this scientist is kind of complaining, and he immediately notices that we're suspicious and that we're not a part of this, so he's immediately going to battle us. And that's the reason why I did not want to have Suicune up at the front. He has full Torbs. And this seems like a good opportunity to actually use Fire Blast. So, hey, Fire Blast actually hits. Alright. Nice. So, boom, you are done. I do regret not having Fire Blast for the fight against Venus, but you know what? It worked out fine enough in the end. I got Suicune, and everything's all good. So let's do that. Just make sure that Rosso doesn't waste its Fire Blast PP and it doesn't get stacked. Because I don't really care about losing Dig's PP a little bit. Like, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, the Shadow Pokémon lab is decently big, so this is our next dungeon. But there's a reason why we want to fight against this scientist. Because he's going to drop something. And that something is the card key, which we need to open up the main area. But first, let's go down here and see that this is actually the other side to the room that actually got blown up. And there's an item chest here. 3 elixirs. Very nice. So anyway, I think I'll go on for a little bit longer and then I'll call it an episode. So, so the card key needs to open this door. There's a key slot. There's a key slot, so, card key. Bam! Just like that. And now we can go through this elevator and get things rolling. So, I'm just going to warn you guys right now, there are going to be quite a bit of ceiling peons here. Remember when I said that one time that when I encounter a ceiling peon for the first time, that there's going to be a lot more later on? This is that time, and let's see if I can run into one. Also, you can't go over there from the side. That's a one-way path. So I think there's going to be a ceiling peon here. Yeah. No shit, intruder alert. Alright. Cypher Peon Cole. That's actually a normal name. Cole. And he's got an Apom and a Ferret. Alright. So, there's a Shadow Pokemon, and it's Apom. Yet again, Apom is another member of the club, and unfortunately, Apom, before Generation 4, was pretty crappy, outside of its potential pickup ability. So, basically in this game, Apom can either have Runaway or pickup for its ability. You definitely want this Apom to have pickup for its ability. Trust me, it's so much more useful than Runaway. Runaway is completely useless in XD. Well, it is completely useless in XD, but also Colosseum, because there's no, like, normal wild battles, so to speak, so... yeah, let's use Fire Blast on that Ferret, and... let's use Thunder Wave on Apom. So yeah, Rosso is going to be like my powerhouse kind of special sweeper from here on out. Like yeah, Fire Blast like just wrecks the shop. And yeah, this Apom knows fucking Fury Swipes, which I don't know why. Haha, you got stacked, but that means that my Thunder Wave is kind of moot at this point because it's already paralyzed. I don't know if I should dig or not. I think Apom's HP stat is not that great, so I'd rather not, but I'm going to go for it anyway. And let's use Thunderbolt on Remoraid. So, oh, you got a cast form. Interesting. Okay, fully paralyzed. Let's use Thunderbolt on cast form, and let's see how Dig does against this Apom. Okay, that actually didn't do that much. I'm rather surprised. Weatherball. Okay, that's going to be a normal type attack, given that there's no weather currently. And that was pretty weak. So yeah, normally Weatherball is a normal type attack that has 50 base power, but if Cast Form is in some sort of weather like harsh sunlight or rain or hail, then not only will it transform with its ability to match to match up as the type of the weather that is currently around, but Weatherball will be twice as powerful in terms of base power, and it will turn into the type as well. So, with Sunny Day, it turns into a water power fire move. Sandstorm, that's a bit weird because it does get the power boost, but Cast Form itself does not have a Sandstorm form, which I always found to be weird. But anyway, let's use another dig on Apom, and let's use Thunderbolt on Cast Form. So, actually, we're going to be seeing Cast Form's change in weather right about now. So, it's going to turn into its Droplet form. So, it's going to turn to a Water type, which is great for me because now it's weak to electricity. Alright, Fury Swipes. Critical. Oh, you're lame. Narukami could have held on, but no, you decided to hit 4 times with that. And that's just a load of bull. So yeah, Suicune's heart gauge has gone down a little bit through all the walking around. So I guess I guess it doesn't take so overly long to lower the heart gauge, but still, it takes longer than most Shadow Pokemon. And I guess I could try throwing a ball. Might as well. Let's see how it goes. Shabam! I don't know why the heck I just said shabam. Like, that just came randomly out of my mind. And yeah, that totally didn't work. Okay, I think that's perfectly fine now. Alright, fully paralyzed. Let's throw another Ultra Ball and have Suicune pass its turn. I'm just waiting for this Apom to be caught, so... Shabam! 1. Really? Okay. Okay, fully paralyzed again. I always found Apom to be an interesting Pokemon, mostly because of Ash's Apom. You remember that thing? Anyway, yeah, Apom, get. Yet another member of the club. Apom, like I said when we first encountered it, it's not that good in this game. It's not exactly awful per se, but it's obvious that it doesn't have any outstanding stats as a normal type. For its starting moves, Baton Pass is excellent if you want to transfer this Apom to later generations, evolve it, and then use it for competitive battles. Tickle is not bad if you want to lower the attack and defense of a target by 1 stage each. Fury Swipes, however, is terrible, and I suggest you get rid of that as soon as possible. And then Swift is not too bad either, I suppose. For level up moves, Agility is the only one worth noting here, since you can Baton Pass that off to one of your other Pokemon. As for TMs, it's rather standard with the recommended stuff. However, Taunt is really good on this thing when it becomes an Ambipom in later generations. Really, the only major thing I might see somebody use an Apom for is its potential pickup ability. If you want to use Apom in this game, make damn sure that it has the ability Pickup. It's able to get Apom to possibly hold an item after any battle, and it's useful. And since it's at somewhat of a good level, you get some great item pickups from this. Overall, getting pickup on Apom is the only true reason you might want to use it in this game. Other than that, Apom is... But anyway, Ash's Apom was quite interesting. It didn't really do too much when he initially caught it. It mostly did things while he moved on to Sinnoh, and when he met Dawn. Basically, there was at one point where he traded away his Apom for Dawn's Buizel, and that ended up being a beneficial move for both of them, because Buizel was more battle centric, while Apom, like, you know, it appreciated the whole contest thing, so it ended up working out rather well. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this episode off here. So next time on Pokemon Colosseum, we will explore the lab, and hopefully hopefully we can just kind of like meet up with a certain someone, which I'm pretty sure you know who I'm referring to. But anyway, I'll see you guys then. Take care and goodbye.